Hey everybody, this is Jeremy Friedland with Build, Grow, Scale. And on today's video, we are going to be talking about where to find drop-offs in the buying process and what you can do to figure out what the problem is. So the majority of the time, you're going to see about a 1.76% conversion rate on e-commerce stores. That is the average e-commerce conversion rate given by Shopify for the amount of transactions that happen, obviously divided by the amount of visitors that you have, gives you your conversion rate. And so with that, that means about 98% of people are leaving your store without buying. And most of the time, that is a fixable issue. That usually has to do with the process or the experience, the user experience that people have on your website. And you can improve that user experience by what some people call conversion rate optimization and what we like to call revenue optimization. So improving the buyer's experience and the buying process through your store has a lot of steps to it, but there are ways that you can chunk that out and make that better for your user. And so we're going to look at Google Analytics right now, and we are going to talk about where you can find these drop-offs and some of the things that you can do to discover what the problems could be. So this will be a really quick video. I'm just going to go over some really high-level stuff, but just to give you an idea and make sure that you are looking at your data all the time so that you know what people are doing on your website. So let's go ahead and jump into a Google Analytics account right now so I can show you what this looks like. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen really quickly. So right now you are looking at one of our clients' Google Analytics performance. So when you go into Google Analytics, what you want to do is you want to go over to conversions and you want to click on e-commerce and shopping behavior. Okay, so in the shopping behavior, you are going to see this little guide right here. So you'll see this looking just like this. So it has all sessions with product views, sessions with add to cart, sessions with checkout, and then sessions with transactions. Okay, so you want to look at this, and generally what you're looking for, an acceptable average for this is from the product page section. You'll likely see about an 80% drop off. So you'll see 80% of people will drop off from your product page without adding to cart. That's a pretty average, acceptable number. And then from there, you'll see a 40-40. So it's 80, 40, 40. So a 40% drop off from add to cart to checkout and a 40% drop off from checkout to transaction. Okay, so just keep that in the back of your mind, 80, 40, 40. So when you're looking at this, you'll see this particular session right here, or this particular store right here, has about a 93% drop off from product page to add to cart. So that is concerning. That tells me that, and that will tell you that something on the product page is not resonating. Okay, something on the product page is not resonating with your buyer. That could be the price. This particular store happens to have a higher priced product, over $500, over $400. So not a fit for everybody. So there could be a price fear there, but if your store doesn't have high prices, then there's something that's not resonating with your potential buyers. And so when you see a number like this, you automatically have to think, okay, what can I fix on my product page to make this process better? Now, from there, you move on to the add to cart. So from the add to cart, you want to see generally about a 40% abandonment on that one, okay? So if you see a higher than a 40% abandonment, that means something on your cart is scaring them off or something is not resonating with them. You're not making it clear what they're getting, whether that's with price or their subtotal, or if your shipping isn't right in there. Shipping generally isn't in your cart section, but there's something in your cart section that maybe there's not enough, proof of concept or social proof, and there's a little bit of fear there, okay? And then in the checkout abandonment, there's 3 pages. So you'll see in the checkout abandonment, there's the information page, there's the shipping page, and then there's the payment page. And one of those 3 pages will likely have a higher drop-off. So you'll want to see what can you do in there to make it easier. Now, unfortunately, with Shopify, unless you have Shopify Plus, there isn't a whole lot that you can do in the checkout section, but there are some things that you can do. And so when you're analyzing this data, when you're seeing drop-offs in the conversion rate, you want to make sure you're checking these 3 sections to say, where is the drop-off happening? So If it's, like I said, if it's higher than 80% drop off from product page to add to cart, there's something going on with your product page that people aren't resonating with. And the same, and 40% from add to cart to checkout, and then checkout to transaction. If any of those two numbers are over 40% drop off, then you want to see what you can do to kind of fix that as well. Okay. Now there's different ways that you can look into seeing why the drop offs are happening. Number one, you can go to your site yourself and look to see if there's anything on the product page that isn't acting the way that it should. A way that I like to do it is I actually like to go and use Lucky Orange. So Lucky Orange is a screen recording software that will record the buyer's journey. And so you can go in there and watch several recordings from the product page and say, okay, what's happening on my product page that people are leaving? And you may see a bug of some sort, or some sort of user experience that isn't ideal. Maybe someone's pressing add to cart and it's not adding to cart. There could be a bug. So Lucky Orange will give you really good insight on what's happening inside of your store, and you can dial it down by that exact page. Okay, same with cart as well. So you can check that out and see what's happening on those. You can also go and do some user testing, hire people basically to go through your store and record their experience on your store to see if there's anything that they don't like. I recommend doing this with like at least 10 people to go in there, hire them, pay them to go through your store and see what's happening, get their experience and their opinion on their experience with your store. So those are some great ways to go ahead and find out, number one, looking in your analytics to find out where the drop-offs are happening in your store. And then number two, using Lucky Orange to review user behavior and see what's happening on your store to see if you can find any bugs or any things that are happening that should not be happening. And then number three, using users, hiring user testers to go ahead and go through your store and give you their honest feedback as they walk through your store. There's lots of ways that you can do that. Using screen recording software. And then another way, if you feel like diving into the data, you can actually go into this behavior section of your store and just start from site content, site speed, site search, and figure out what pages people are dropping off from. So you can go into all pages or landing pages, content drill down, find out what pages people are exiting from. And a good way to do this is to go into the landing pages or the exit pages and see what is the average amount, percentage of exits. Okay, so my average percentage of exit is 43%. That's the average. And then you'll look for pages that are well above that average. So for instance, this one's 65%, this one's 61%, this is 53%, 62%. So I'll say, okay, what's going on these pages that people are exiting at a higher rate than my average? And that'll give you an idea of what pages you can put some time into working on. Okay, same with site speed. If there's certain pages on your site that are taking longer to load than others, then you want to look into those pages and see what you can do, what a developer can do to help you speed those pages up. Then just go on down the line, site search, what are people looking for, etc., and look for opportunities within your data to make improvements on your pages. So I hope that this video was helpful to you. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment letting us know what other kind of content you'd like to see about e-commerce so that we can help you out the best to our ability. If you have any interest in working with us to help build, grow, or scale your store, make sure to go to workwithbgs.com, and we'd love to work with you and your e-commerce store. Take care. Have a great day.